People ask me what factors the court's going to look at when deciding custody. The court's going to look at a lot of factors. They're really going to focus on things like what's each parent's relationship with the child? Can each parent provide for the child? What's the history with the child? Which parent has predominantly taken care of the child? They're going to look at each parent's health condition. They're going to look at other people who frequent the home of that parent. They're also going to look at the ability of that parent to foster a relationship with the child and the other parent. People also want to know what their past involvement with the child is going to affect a custody decision. The court can look at that factor to see who is primarily taking care of this child. Are they able to do that going forward? And the person who may not have had much involvement in the child's life, that doesn't mean you can't have involvement in the child's life, but it also is probably an indication that if you're going to do it, you need to step it up and be involved in the child's life in a meaningful way. Everyone always wants to know if the child can speak a preference as to custody. Children aged 12 years or older can state a preference to the court as to where they want to live. However, that is not binding upon the court, and the court will still make a determination of what's in the child's best interest. The court will look at if there has been domestic violence in a case in the state of Tennessee. If there has been, the court may limit that parent who's been the one that's committed the domestic violence. They may limit the time with the child. The court's going to be looking at, was the domestic violence committed against the other parent? Was there an effect on the child? Was the domestic violence committed against the child? So the court will be looking at all those different factors, but if the court finds that there has been domestic violence, then the court may limit a parent's time with the child. Often I get asked if substance abuse issues or mental health can impact custody, and both of those things can impact custody. Obviously, if you have a parent who has a substance abuse or an addiction issue, they may not be able to physically provide for a child's needs at all time. Also, if you have a parent who has unaddressed mental health issues and those mental health issues are affecting the best interest of the child, if they're not able to properly care for the child, the court can consider that as well in deciding custody.